Do they really need the fountain to be different in any way?
Well, if it's holy in charge, then it hurts people. If it's corrupted, then it hurts other people. So they just want to keep it neutral. That's why we cleansed it, so if anyone tries to bless it again, the magic that we put in it will just re-purify it back to normal water.
Oh, the way number two described it was that someone was like summoning some sort of darkness, and the blood would flow and all
I
that
was
stuff.
warned. I was warned off at the gate, saying they're doing some unholy ritual.
Yeah, basically, to get rid of the holiness that was in the water, they had to use darker magics to try to dissipate the holiness. When that happened, it triggered something. We don't know if it was put down by the blessers or if it was just some type of curse that was in the area. That reacted to it, and kind of corruption and poison came out of the fountain. And then when that dissipated, a woman's scream happened. That was quite odd. And then we, more earthy-based magics came in there and did a cleansing to keep a consistent cleanse on any type of magic that is put into the fountain. So now nobody can bless it or corrupt it.
Right.
Unless they do like a 6-person ritual to try to cleanse it or bless it or whatever.
So there's a possibility that the water itself was blessed originally.
Yes.
And none of you like stop at the fountain, just got some normal buckets and just pulled the water out.
Well, they could do that, but then there's this holy water somewhere else floating downstream that could kill somebody.
Yeah, sure. But leave the buckets. Leave it somewhere. Leave it in a barrel. What if the source is still?
But then you unplug it and then it keeps going and still holding.
Yeah.
What if
I did
the source of the
take
water?
a couple samples of some of it, and Leo does one that helped me. He gave me a little guide earlier today.
Yeah, I talked about just getting a couple mages to siphon the magic out, or siphon the water out, but they didn't know if it was the water or the area that was blessed.
We've done a half measure on both things, and just kind of. I don't agree with that solution. I think.
So this guy they call Lord V, apparently very important around here, I guess. He said he doesn't want even the ittiest bittiest tiniest trace of divinity near that or around it, and the people said okay.
Right.
Yeah, they took the approach of destroying it 100% and then making sure it could never return. Because let's say I did take the water out. Let's say I used my magic to siphon the water out, we throw it over there in the lake. And then tomorrow the guys come back and bless it again.
Yeah, but
They could still do that.
Exactly.
They can't.
I came here to have fun. We're back into serious stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I don't think this is serious at all. I feel like they would just. It'll just come back.
No.
Nothing's been done.
Cleansing. You're not listening.
I hear you
The
like to have
cleansing
fun.
will stop them from ever being able to get. He needs a makeover.
Oh
but
no,
not
I didn't
shirt
say that,
makeover.
but I will volunteer for a dress up. I don't really do shirts, but think about it.
Take him to the wardrobe room. Have him look around.
You're welcome to come to the wardrobe, darling. Right this way.
What color?
Clubs, darling. We're coming to the wardrobe.
Is the fountain not built on the top of a spring of some sort?
Oh, she's not here.
Somebody
Okay.
in there.
I thought it was
Exactly.
No.
Nobody has
I was
no
just
idea.
letting her
It was
know,
just-
and she's not in here.
Why has nobody done the mundane? Bloody magic.
So this is the wardrobe, darling. It's organized by the way your body
mundane does not
is
help you.
sort of
Does look.
whatever. Anyway, these are the shoes, darling, and then your pants, and then your hands. or your wraps or whatever, and then your shirts and blouses and so forth right here, and then masks at the end.
Sort of investigation.
The other side has weapons
Well, we know who did it.
and
City
accessories and
document, they
hats,
say.
darling.
Oh look, this one
But
comes from this source.
I will warn you, most of
Well,
these
can't be a
clothing pieces are
source
for
because let's say it was
body shapes
either-
that aren't exactly yours, darling.
Then it would dissipate.
We'll
quickly,
see how I
because
squeeze
It'll just
the
flow
thing.
back into the water. And
Fabulous.
then different water.
You're welcome to
Well,
anything that
it's
sort of
just
screams
like
at you
some-
or that
it's
you
like
want to
water.
try on. Experiment with, darling.
That is gross.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a health risk than the magic.
Should I,
Well,
you want me to come up there and show you?
You know,
I'll
right
show
after
you in a
we were
moment.
done and goblins
Oh,
jumped into the fountain
yeah,
and fell over it, right?
We will wait.
I'm
We
so
will
glad
await
you
your
did
show,
that.
darling.
I've missed an ingredient, and I need to go out and get it.
Yeah, the only reason they did it is because people were walking up to the fountain and getting burned alive.
Hmm.
What ingredient?
Goop. The glowy stuff.
Where should we collect our crates so that you can take them and turn them into money, darling?
Why do we have to take them?
Because no one will show us where it is, so you have to take them.
I've been walking around.
So we could just collect them maybe at a box right here over time. Myself and the aces will just put them in a box maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't want any more boxes in here.
Really, we can just take them out of the
I'm already having so much trouble.
place that make them. I could just carry them. Well, are you carrying boxes right now?
Me, no, they're still up the hill, but I can go get them.
No, just leave them there. Whenever I go return to all my boxes, I'll just grab your boxes as well.
Okay, I'm gonna move them out of this. I was trying to avoid having to lock everything, but I'll do it. I don't know what 23.
I'm currently, if I have some...
Darling, there's about to be a show.
I was trying to go and get some crystal from that cave and got distracted by a cook. She's actually helping quite a bit.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be doing a ritual today. I was just talking to Lord Viserion about the Underdark and the timing, stuff like that, about the desert. He did give me a rough location of where it started, though. Because, like, nobody was there when it first started. They just know a area where it spread from. But it's a large area.
Well, I guess that was... They know it above ground. How are we going to find it below ground, that spot?
Well, yeah, that's going to be the most difficult because when we were running down there, a lot of it didn't, like...
About to see him in the wardrobe.
I don't know if it's the same thing or...
I know there was one spot which we led us out to that mountain, but trying to track it back from all the way up there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be amazing. Oh, I think I have 1,250 chili powder out my thing.
Oh my god. I believe the Queen's used all the savoury oh no, there's some, yeah. We're good for it at the moment, but I can make more whenever, and we can, I guess, sell it if we need to.
Might go through pretty quick.
Oh, you have.
Oh yeah, that person's out there farming, so we need to grab the stuff out of it and throw it in the fridge so it doesn't spoil.
Right, we need a bigger fridge.
Okay. Where is he? Are you done dressing up?
Oh, she has the boots.
This is some... You're gonna make her jealous wearing those boots.
Oh yeah.
Is that you? Hello. How's it going? Do you need anything? Alright, well, there's some more arrows in there if you want to grab any if you start getting low.
Hoping I could see. Far.
You know, there's not that many people that can pull this off.
Show us, darling. Show us. Wait, ring the bell. Bring him out.
Yeah, if you ring the bell right here, people will come to you.
Oh, you wonder.
I'm already here.
Got it.
You don't need to ring the bell. Okay.
We did it, darling.
Check it out. You like red. You like white.
I mean, we do, darling.
Do you like tight?
Of course we like tight, darling.
And you like heel?
You look amazing up there. The stage was born for you, darling.
Really?
Good job.
I have fun with clothes.
I love those wraps, darling, on the arms. They really accentuate your muscles.
I like the shoes.
Yes, I have not worn those yet. They look very exciting.
I do believe these are the only shoes with heels that come in men's size.
Oh, really, darling?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we had them available for you.
They're perfect. What else do we do after playing dress up?
What do you mean, what do we do, darling? We lay about, and we wait on someone else to do something for us, darling.
Okay, then.
What do we need done, darling?
Lay back.
We don't need anything.
Well, then we're achieving our dreams already.
I mean, I could just sit here for the whole day and we'll be fine.
I had a long day. Yeah.
Darling, yes, me too.
Tell them about your day.
I do love the tea,
First I
darling.
had to get some holy water.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a very short, brief things. And then I had to escort a spirit over to the idiot's house, Nigel's house.
I don't know Nigel, darling. Why is he dumb?
He's the guy who hates anybody and everybody, or he's with the group that hates everybody and everybody that's not human.
And are you a human, darling?
For the most part.
Oh, well, fabulous, darling. So that's why they let you in, I guess.
Well, they don't know. They don't know.
True. Nobody truly knows anybody, darling.
Well, they don't know, so I will talk. I'll use that to my advantage to talk to them and try to figure out what this wandering spirit thing wants that led me there.
It led you
As long as they
to
don't-
their
yeah.
house?
Yes. And apparently it wants me and Nigel to do something to help it. And as long as Nigel don't find out that I'm a werewolf, then everything will be fine.
Werewolf, darling. Well, just go get a chair from your room.
Yes.
Okay, well, fabulous, darling.
So there's that. And then we delivered the holy water to Omo's house, came back to Clearshore. Some lady was checking me out.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
They're checking out your what?
Oh, she wanted to watch my, she was looking at my tattoos, but couldn't help but notice that my chest bounced. Okay, that was kind of a self-conscious there. I had to go work out and tighten that up. Because I can't have no flap. Okay, next. We come back and there's a whole powwow around that fountain trying to fix it. And I stood back and watched. There's a lot of people there I know, and if something were to happen, I'd have had a chance to beat it up.
The fountain.
Oh, I don't know. If something were to happen, a being or anything. Kind of feeling like Xander there. I kind of wish something came out of the crack and I could have slashed it up.
Fabulous, darling. I'm sure you would have looked magnificent.
So that was my day.
Well, I had quite the stressful day as well, darling. I woke up 3 or 4 times in the afternoon, and that was too early, darling. So then I went back to sleep. Then, when I finally did get up, I put on some nice clothes. We had a visitor. Number 2 was telling me about working or something like that, darling, which inspired today's look, which is I'm working eventually. And then, let's see. I went out in the rain briefly. I had a snack. I looked through the clothes again. And then a very luscious young man walked across the stage and showed off his look.
Perfect.
It was a perfect day. Anyone else
Oh,
stay
yeah.
sharing, darlings?
I stay at the last drop. I run the room there, and it kind of got attacked today by unknown peoples.
The inn?
Some guys were shooting explosive arrows around. They shot at me too.
Why does everyone shoot explosive arrows?
Yeah, because it makes a big explosion. It gets people's attention. I was climbing to see who was shooting, and then explosive arrows started being shot at me, and I'm like, okay, well, they weren't very good shots, but
Alright. I'm gonna go back down, and I'm gonna put normal clothes on, because this stuff is pretty tight, and go outside. It's squishing my, yeah, I gotta take a one,
Aha!
I don't think he's used to the tight clothing.
No, darling. Well, it takes time, you know, but once you experiment with it enough, darling, you get used to it, and then you become craving for it.
Right. I will take your word for it as well.
You'll get there, darling. These explosive arrows make a loud noise, you say.
yeah, and they explode.
Is it fun?
Sure, we have some. If you want to go shoot them,
Would the house explode?
it would take a lot to get through the things, but it could
Yes.
blow up some walls.
to go outside and do my business.
There's an outhouse
You don't want to go in there.
on the other side.
I don't know how to get to the other side.
Yeah, basically catty corner on the outside from where you're standing, darling. But on the outside. You just go down and around and through. I think I heard his stomach rumbling.
Well, that tight clothing, you know. You
Yes.
shouldn't wear that after a meal.
Speaking of, darling, what are we having for dinner?
Stew. The same as always.
Ew. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. I did some of this black powder I found lying around, so it should spice it up a bit.
Speaking of eating random powders.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I got up and I did not. Leo Dan, darling, what is this?
I think he's meditating.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
That is a crystal crushed into a powder form.
Right. Do we need to like use it for dye or paint or anything?
Actually, there's no real use for it.
Oh well, fabulous. I'll have to find a use.
Yeah, it's an unknown powder made up from an unknown crystal. I would just keep it in a safe spot in case something does come up. Hello, club.
You like to walk the stage, darling? Well, it's up to you.
You want to come join us and sit down?
Waiting on our guests to... I think P. I'm not exactly sure.
See, I told you, she doesn't even like us.
Hmm.
Alright.
Gave you a gift, darling, so maybe not. Or, I mean, maybe you're wrong is what I meant.
Alright.
You know, I think I made it 20 minutes before I heard it start raining.
Yeah, it rains a lot. I kind of came up with a conclusion about that.
Okay, let's hear it, darling.
Well, the drought in ominous southern desert and the rain or the jungle doesn't have any rain. If
Right?
you look at the cloud patterns, they go that way. Most of the clouds that are coming through our area, giving us rain, should hit there. But it seems that it stops right south of us before it even gets to the citadel. I think whatever magic or whatever is happening down there is literally stopping rain from getting down to those areas.
So you're saying of all the lands we could have chosen, we picked the part that's not cursed.
Right outside of it, at least. Like
You're
on the
welcome,
edge,
number
right?
2. I told you this was a good spot.
Mm-hmm. All this rain, but no lake.
The lake north of us.
I know. There's multiple lakes up there.
Alright. Do you guys have a plan of anything that need to be done?
Would you like a pork rind, darling?
Sure.
Did you cook that yourself?
I did acquire them myself, darling.
Yeah, I've just eaten some stew, unfortunately. So
From what?
some stew.
Oh, family, darling.
Sorry about that.
No problem at all.
Welcome back, darling.
So today I got like 35 coins from Mala in Clearshore.
Ooh, that's very lucky, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's the most she'll give you. So I was feeling pretty lucky today.
And what have you been spending your coins on, darling?
Nothing.
Congratulations, then, darling.
We should do that, Your Majesty. We just give out coins that we mint that mean nothing. And every day we would give out a certain amount, and people would flock over here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some kind of fashion coin.
Hmm. Something you could only get here. Hmm. Well, I couldn't think of anything, darling.
Never mind then.
Yeah, the only coins I spend are those bullet coins for the dispatch board.
Yeah, I don't really
Yes, it's
handle
quite
that stuff, darling.
lucrative.
Be lucrative.
As in, now that I have no money, that's a good way to sort of get around that problem.
Right, darling, but you said we couldn't even sell that stuff.
No,
What
but it is
stuff?
saving me money. Just the bits and pieces that we get from the sending these missions out.
Everything I get from the missions is, I don't know, I kind of use them. I need them.
Yes, but in some ways that was costing me money and such before. Constantly running around and buying little bits and pieces that we don't have.
I mean, there's a startup cost.
Oh yes, yes, that we're fine though on that front. Got a little bit reserved. Currently paying a man out there to make alcohol, though he's doing very slowly. I think he's taking his time so he gets paid more.
We could always chop his head off, darling.
Tempting.
I've got 5 axes.
Good to hear. I'm sure they will feel comforted on the executioner's block that you've chosen the correct axe for your outfit.
What axe would I use with this one? It would have to be something the normal folk might use, right? Something they would work with. Probably just
You're going
this
to take
axe.
Right. Okay. I'm not sure that would go fully for the neck. You might have to swing a few times.
This one's a little thicker.
That's better. Yes, I think that might. Maybe not if they're overweight, though.
I like this one because of the points and the long blade.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Number 2 gave me this one, so I can do multiple necks and heads before I have to swap to a new one.
Multiple.
You have to execute with a clean blade.
Then when I need to get really close, chop chop.
You still haven't scheduled the execution of that captain.
Yeah. You s-
Yes?
What? Have you heard of you like you know the Van Gogh, right?
Maybe in passing. Do they make some sort of line of clothing, darling?
Uh, there are some that are maybe the Forsaken. They can make
Okay.
you an axe that they can make you some really nice axes. One for one hand and one for the other at the same time.
Oh, I see, darling. Well, I don't normally swing them myself. It's more of a hand the axe to someone else or just have them have it already, darling, and then they do the beheading and there's a sort of ceremony.
I don't use an axe. It didn't look at this or these.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Yeah, I like swords.
Well, you
Or
seem
both.
very competent with them, darling.
I think I'd say I'm pretty good with a one-handed sword. I'm still working on the dual.
You spend a lot of time training in the yard or something, darling?
No, but I'm old enough to wield one. Been around
Well,
the
of course.
block. Had to use it some.
Maybe we should set up maybe like a little training yard with some dummies or something we can have people work out with or something like that. Or a flower garden. I've also been thinking maybe a flower garden.
I think a flower garden may be the best option. Most people I know run around. They don't need a special area to practice.
Well, true, but what if they had a special area to practice, darling? You know, like a yard where it's just a couple dummies and you could swing a weapon, see if you like it, and then do repetitive exercises to strengthen your core.
Oh, okay. They might go for that.
Pilates.
I just say, could take them to the unnamed city and goes, you see that big red dragon? Practice.
I haven't visited this city people talk about, darling. Not yet.
Okay. There's quite a few places I haven't been. There's quite a few places I will not go.
Yes, I don't think I'll be going to the Little Citadel.
I will never be going to the silver mine,
Makes sense. Okay.
and I'll never go to the volcano.
Okay.
That's it.
Hey, you guys want to go to the silver mine?
Yeah, sounds good. Yep. Or maybe the volcano later. I do need more ash.
All right.
Ash? Can't you just burn stuff here, darling?
Yeah, it doesn't have the same taste.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well.
Need volcanic ash.
Mm-hmm. I put it in the alcohol sometimes.
Wait, you make
What's that,
dirty
sorry?
wine.
It's not dirty. I mean, it's you know it's sort of a science, I suppose.
Oh,
Mix it together, see if it doesn't kill you, and that's science, right? What they do.
I guess. Call chemistry science. who's testing these drinks?
Well, of course, the employee there is paid to make sure that everything is drinkable. He makes it. He makes sure that it's good enough. Maybe that's why he's working so slow. He's inebriated all the time. Your Majesty, we need a test. You know, a taster. I think they called them.
Of course.
So
Okay.
if we could
Yeah,
get on that, I mean, yep,
I'll find
Bring
somebody.
one in.
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not big on alcohol.
I did meet someone who might qualify. I saw a, I guess, person in Clearshore named, oh gosh, what was their name? I know they said it. Pretty sure they said it. Anyway. Really short person, green skin. Oh, a goblin? I think it was a goblin. With pigtails.
Was it the Blair?
Blair? No, I don't think so, Doc.
Blair. Oh, I know. I just met her. Cookie.
Yes, it was Cookie because I made a joke about food in a bag falling down the stairs, and then they said, yeah. So that is a possibility. I could maybe hire this goblin person to come by and taste all the food and drink and stuff.
Okay, sure.
Fabulous. What's our budget,
I mean,
darling?
Leodan was saying how deadly and poisonous Black Lotus was, but I've been putting it in the drinks, and it's been fine.
Well, it's a poison, but what drinks do you put in alcohol, correct?
They're eventually alcoholic, yes, I guess.
Yeah. As long as you're not filling the cup with black powder, then just putting water in it and then drinking that.
I mean,
Doing other things to it because it's literally got to be, turned into alcohol. You're not just eating
Right.
the powder leaves, right? Or snorting the powder.
I mean,
I would suggest
there's a
not
lot of it in that. I mean, it works. It tastes okay.
Yeah, as long as you're not snorting the powder or eating the leaves and you're doing other things like going through that whatever the hell you have in the bag to make alcohol. It's doing, alcohol, putting in other herbs, other things, mixing it together, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how alcohol is made. I'm just making stuff up.
Well,
I mean,
kind of
that
just,
sounded... honestly, Leo Dan, it sounded just like number 2 reading off the list. So I think you know how to make it, darling.
I mean, all I do is I take a bit of grey lotus, a bit of
Blah,
black
blah, blah, blah,
lotus,
blah, blah, blah.
a bit of ash, and water. There you are. That's makes alcohol, I think.
What kind of alcohol?
Well,
He's
that
guessing,
one,
darling.
I do have a recipe. I don't know on the top of my head.
Yeah, there's probably more to it than that, because if you're just putting
no, there's no
like
more to it.
ash,
No, that's it. I can make you some right now if you like.
I do not drink alcohol.
All right.
I don't drink
it doesn't
anything
need to be
here,
that
darling.
fermented.
Well, because you're drunk, you have to be adding more than that, because everything you just said is not alcohol. It's literally not alcohol. You have to be adding alcohol to it.
I mean, as I say, I can make you a
okay.
batch right now, and you could, at least
Oh,
examine it.
Okay, how do I put this? The thing that you have in the back is literally just full of alcohol. And then
Right,
you put
yes.
all the stuff that you just said into that thing. And then you ask that man to use that thing. So there's alcohol added to it. Like, if not, if you just grab those powders and grab water and grab ash, threw them together and then mixed them in a bowl, that's not alcohol. There's no You just literally said there's no alcohol added to it.
I mean, it makes people inebriated.
That's because the guy in the back puts alcohol in it. What don't you understand about the process? What do you think he's doing back there? Just grabbing water and throwing seeds in it? That's called tea.
Yep. Flowers,
There's
water.
alcohol that has to be added. To
well,
the
I haven't
process.
given him any of that stuff to make that.
That's what the barrel. What do you think those barrels are full of? Water?
I filled them with a lot of black ash. Just
You give them to that guy. He does the stuff.
boom.
You don't
Well,
actually make any alcohol.
Well, he was working very slowly, and I was busy, so I just put it in there.
Who
You
is
literally
working in your thing?
Don't even make any alcohol. You are the guy who owns the bar. That's the
Yeah.
bar.
Right. Well, I was busy. I threw it all in. He said, "I need these things," so I just brought them over. And
You did hire an actual brewer, right?
right,
No,
yes.
he grabbed an alchemist.
They were a witch doctor. They know what they're doing.
Wait.
Who knows what's in our drinks anymore?
Oh, wow.
It could be
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure
with blood.
your production would go up with a brewer.
Yeah, with an actual brewer.
Oh no, I have replaced that person with a brewer.
Oh, okay, so you finally hired someone who actually puts alcohol in our drink. For a while,
yeah,
at the party, you literally gave everybody like a witch doctor's brew.
We don't know
it
what
seemed to go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one guy got drunk, didn't he? Didn't you get drunk on it?
Exactly. Yeah, it was. Well, not that I made that wine myself. That was wine. That was before I even built that proper distillery.
Hey, you three. I need to think about something. Now, if you guys leave within the next couple of minutes, just pick me up, drop me off outside, don't lock me in.
Darling, there's no
We
doors.
can't lock you in. There's no doors. Yes.
You could just run out.
Oh, okay.
You could steal that cake and leave at any point,
Yeah.
or the piano.
You
I wouldn't
could...
steal the bell because the queen would
I
hunt you
wouldn't
down.
take somebody's cake and eat it too. But yeah, we just,
It's
zone
an
out
open
here
space,
for a
darling.
minute.
Absolutely.
You can't get locked
You zone out
in.
as much as you need.
This conversation, as much as I heard of it before I glazed over and could look at nothing else besides the red all around me. Anyway, clearly we do need some form of taste tester for all of the food and drink in the house.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, I was having the witch doctor do it, but it didn't go well.
Just pick this guy up and make him work. He'll be our new brewer. We'll chain him to the moonshine station.
No moonshine. Everything is above board and legal.
You think?
Everything is completely fine.
Yeah, how would you know? You had a witch doctor making alcohol.
None of that was commercial. That was personal use only.
You, I declared you the sponsor of the event, darling. You literally commercialized your brand.
Nobody paid attention to that. I'm sure they were just stunned by your outfit, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you said pick this guy up and chain him to the distillery. What? You not know who this person is, darling?
What do you mean?
You mean Marcus?
Oh, okay. I just thought you might not know who we've been sitting with. I just wanted to make sure, darling.
I met him today.
Me
He
too.
needed help finding Almo's house. And I brought him there. And then I saw him again walking outside of town. And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Nothing." And then he followed me home.
I don't think so, darling. There was quite a lot of cleansing a fountain in there where you both were a part of that.
No, he was watching. Yeah, I was talking about when we weren't hanging out when I was doing the fountain thing.
I can't believe we went to the Underdark to look to like anomalies of water supplies and such, and nobody thought, who is supplying this fountain with water? Where the water is coming from? Blah 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 blah. Just go straight in there, blast magic, done. Ugh. This is why I stick to hitting things with a stick.
No, that's what I was thinking, darling. During
Don't
the whole
overthink
explanation, I was thinking, this is why we just chop people's heads off, darling.
That's it. You would find the city planner and say, "Why is this fountain broken? Why haven't you fixed it? Why did it get to us first?" Your head is gone.
Well, right
And then
there.
the next city planner would fix the
Right
problem. We wouldn't even have to worry about it.
Thing is, right there, with your explanation of what you think is wrong, is what makes you wrong. The
Well-
fountain is broken. The fountain's doing what the fountain does.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with the fountain. It'd be
Well,
like,
that's not
okay,
for us to worry about. I mean, you would get people in for that sort of thing.
I don't know who you think runs. There's like 3 people who run.
Well,
Clear.
well, they need to be replaced then, obviously.
Yeah, I think the mayor is kind of an idiot. Like, I have to go
There you
into
go.
her house to buy seeds.
We're,
I mean, look how many things are cursed in this house right now.
Cars?
Nothing.
This guy in
oh.
front of
Well, there are several things
well,
cursed in this
that
house.
guy.
so
That guy in that room.
Well, that's. I mean, that's. He's not cursed. He's just dramatic.
Basically, everything number 3 owns is cursed.
Yeah,
the,
swords
the seed spinner in the faction hall is way better.
The seed vendor in the faction hall cost more.
Yeah. Well, oh, you know, you should think about selling to them.
Oh, I don't. I have to buy seeds. I don't have the seeds to sell.
Oh, okay.
I'm mostly just buying.
So I don't
the-
plant anything. I sell them all.
Yeah. I grow everything. The only thing I buy is chili powder, seeds. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think there's 4 things in this room to my left that are cursed.
I don't think number 3 is cursed. I think number 3 wishes he was cursed.
Number
I
3's
think
sword
number
is
3 is-
definitely cursed, darling.
I just think that's just absorbed his angst, to be honest. Who knows how long it's just been in his aura.
Well, that's a good point.
I mean, you know, at that point, it's not a curse, it's just its energy, really.
We go look in my room real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or any cursed
At
items?
that point, there is a rug in there that is quite cursed. Good point.
I'm starting to think this cake to my left that's been sitting outside of his door is cursed.
I mean, that's like saying I don't know, water coming out of a mine is cursed. No, it's poisonous, but it's not cursed.
Well, I don't even know if it's poisonous. I just think it never goes bad and it just sits there all day.
I mean, who knows what's going on inside? I mean, the outside's, solid, but yes, the inside is probably rancid.
I'm not sure about the powder that bear gave
The
me.
fruit.
Maybe cursed, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you eating more powder?
No, I'm not eating any of it. It's just it came from the bear.
Right. Want me to put it in the alcohol? See what it makes.
No, I'll just keep it. Once we figure out what all these powders might actually do, maybe I'll mix it in or something. What about this, darling?
I mean, if we get a taste tester, we could just... Why? Why have you turned into a giant spider in front of me? That is just... It's not a look. I'm not scared of spiders. Now, if you turned into a giant floating mask and started, crawling out of the walls, then...
Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm. That would be quite worrying. But I don't think you can get the scale.
Marcus, do you live at the last drop?
Okay, I'm gonna be there for basically, yes, for extended stay, yeah.
Alright. Like you're just renting a room, or you're gonna get a big room?
No, I'm renting a room right now.
Okay, how much does that cost?
No, it was a very humanoid thing. I have no idea what that is.
I gave him some things. Just cost me. Let's just say that you don't have to find any workers ever again.
Alright, that's nice of you.
There's somebody up there.
Oh yeah, that's club, Ace of Clubs.
Yeah, I'm staying there for extended stay. I usually stay somewhere a few years.
Oh, okay. Did you come to this place for any particular reason, or just passing through, like the land?
Just passing through.
Alright. And now you got a ghost that you have to help.
I don't know why I took that on.
Well, I'm glad you didn't choose me.
But I didn't.
It stopped raining, darlings.
What do you mean?
Must be a miracle.
Wonderful. It'll be
is that-
starting again in a few minutes.
Yes.
It's not raining. It wasn't raining when we showed up.
Yeah, then it started raining right after we showed up.
Yeah, I just been traveling ever since I be falling upon my curse.
Alright. You have any trouble with the people with your
No.
curse?
No.
Except maybe if those weirdos ever find out.
I probably would have a problem with those weirdos, yes. It's a good chance that, one of them might get an arm chewed off or something.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't blame you. I don't think I would be welcome either. Where is this place, actually, so I can always avoid it?
You know the place called God's Claw?
No. I'm new to these
Right
lands.
next to the Frost Bridge. Like you know how if you go to the Frost Bridge, you can go across the bridge.
If you take,
Just turn around and go the other way. That's God's Claw.
yeah, just follow the trail right there. As there's a carriage, one way goes across the bridge, the other way goes down to the frozen lake, and then behind you it goes down a road, and it goes right into a place called God's Claw. They have basically taken the whole thing.
I see. I shall avoid that area then.
It was and from what I can tell, they judge everything by what it looks like on the outside.
Yeah, it seems okay.
Wonderful. Isn't that just the best kind of people?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, first impressions are always nice sometimes,
First impressions, yes, but not
but they
not
judge.
that used negatively like that.
They are very judgy. The one of them says they're not, but I think he's just being polite because he thinks I'm human.
Hmm. It's probably the one that they get to befriend people so they can club them on the back of the head later.
I got an arrow.
Your Majesty,
Do that.
is it been that long of a day? Are you already ready to sleep?
It's so long, darling. It
Mm-hmm.
so
I mean,
much
it's
needed my
tolerable.
attention.
It looks like a comfy couch. Why wouldn't you lay on it?
I can't argue with that.
We should buy more couches,
But,
darling.
yes. I'm not buying more couches. I can't afford any more couches.
Oh, that's fine, darling. I'll buy the couches. Shopping spree!
I'm not providing the money for said shopping spree. Again, I am out of money.
And you need to go possibly acquire some from some locals.
Oh, I had loads of money. Absolutely loads of money. The Queen has quite much stripped me of all of it.
That's not true, darling.
All
You
of it.
sponsored an event of your own free will.
Of my own free, of course, Your Majesty. Yes, I was of my own free will went to the market and bought one of every piece of clothing.
And we appreciate it, darling.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I can procure money. It's just it slips from my hands as soon as I get it. How much did you spend on bells and baths, Your Majesty?
Else. Maybe 2 gold or something?
I know I spent way too much in the market today.
What did you buy, darling? Tell us.
These things called Deep Strike. I bought 3 of them.
Okay.
And the only person that was selling them was the one that was like almost 2 gold each. I was like, ouch.
Ouch. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to Elmo real quick. I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, I
Good
got
night,
about 10
darling.
now. I have to start walking.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't like having to go get money.
No, it's a bit awkward. But I mean, I can survive. I have food. I have water. I could just sit on this chair all day, like the Queen.
You're
If needed.
welcome, darling.
Well, see,
Mm-hmm.
now I have armor. I have weapons. Yeah, I don't need money for anything else anymore other than toys. So
Yes.
I'm not in no big rush to go make money.
No, I very much put my feet up in that regard after watching it all disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just, I work on my hobby of telling people to brew me things and exploring cursed areas and running away when I realize they're cursed areas.
I'll be eventually getting into some of that mining stuff.
Okay.
Why, darling?
Well, then you may have to go to the volcano.
Eh,
It's literally where the stuff from the ground comes out.
you know, more than I'll just be a what do you call mine It's just dried up.
A mine that's dried up.
The owner of this mine that makes nothing.
Right. Okay. So it's sort of a. Nobody wants to buy it from you.
I mean, if it's not producing anything, then I
Yes.
guess
So you're stuck with it. Hmm. You could open it up to rich people to say, look how the peasants like lived, like some sort of museum.
if there is probably some clothing that'll help me go into the volcano, but why's that be expensive too?
Yes, I understand.
You could speak to Fawn, darling. They make, as far as I could tell, all sorts of clothing.
The only
Live
thing
near-
I make is
Lurk?
lurk. What's lurk?
I don't know. However, they do have a posting on one of the boards for selling. What do they sell? Pets.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, it's a person, not a place. Lurk.
Right. So that's a person, and then apparently their neighbor is a person named Fawn, who was here earlier today, actually, who makes clothing and accessories, I think, for anyone who needs it.
Oh, okay. Well, won't be tonight. I mean, to think about it in a few days or so. We can get around to it.
Yes, darling. It's a wonderfully lazy day.
I wish. I wanted it to be. I really wanted it to be.
Well, stay away from any fountains, or they might rope you in.
Well, tomorrow, I'm gonna go knock on Nigel, bless the door with that darn spirit.
Right.
And see if I can finish that up. Get that done.
Well, good luck. If you get horribly possessed, I'm sorry.
No.
We can't help you, darling. We don't have any doctors here.
You what? No, I'll be fine.
Okay, if you do get turned into some kind of spirit, knock the bell 3 times, and then we'll know it's you.
Maybe.
Huh.
We should probably set up a specific pattern, because anyone can ring the bell, darling.
That's true. Any preferred pattern?
Let's see. I'm a ghost pattern. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing.
It's a ghost. It's not going to be able to be that. I'm assuming you'll be a ghost or some kind of horrible apparition.
I don't even know if if a hand would pass right through the bell.
Okay, well, if you just sort of slap the bell 3 times, we'll know you're trying to ring it.
Use the bell to resonate your acoustics or something, if you can make sound. Ooh.
If you're very interested in the bell, we'll know it's you. There you go.
Go outside and cast a bunch of magic spells. You hear that?
Gonna ring the bell, darling.
No.
Yes, I thought I mentioned the bell enough that I thought you may be interested in.
I'm a ghost, darling. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Or you could try to use the
everybody's
piano to
running.
communicate.
the bells having the opposite effect. Well, Miss Queen, I have to go.
Okay. Thank you for visiting, darling. It's been a pleasure to be in your presence.
Yeah, you as well. Have a good evening.
Absolutely.
Of course it
Good
has,
evening
darling.
to you.
Now then, scene number 2. I put on my work clothes, and we got so much work done
Right.
today.
So much work, yes. I mean, that will really pay off if he does get horribly turned into some kind of, shadow of his former self.
Oh, him?
So what happened? Oh,
Yes, but if it does, we'll be prepared.
it'd be nice. I'll bring Nigel's ghost here. Anything left of it?
Are they fashionable?
Darling, I keep telling you, ghosts can't wear clothes.
Well, why not?
I think it's due to their incorporeal nature. They just sort of pass through everything.
So
Except
what
the
you're saying
world
is they
for
need
some
to
reason.
die in fashionable clothes. I mean, that could be good.
Spirit was butt naked.
Oh,
See?
okay. Well, even more reason to sort of save him if he gets turned into one. There you
No, if they can't wear clothes, just let them go, darling.
are. Okay, fair enough. Right.
Let them
So if he
go.
turns up to hit the bell, just ignore it?
We'll disapparate them or something.
Right, okay. Of course.
Maybe use a giant fan to blow them away.
We have those?
We'll wrap them up
not-
in one of the curtains and then drop them into a lake.
Okay. This is rather a large distance, though.
We'll wrap them up in one of the curtains and just sort of send them down the path on, like, rolling down the hill.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect, darling. The least
We need to get
work
one of these-
possible.
So, well, I'll have to ask if next turn someone can bless these curtains so they can hold a ghost, just in case.
Ooh. Blessed curtains.
I mean, yes, of course.
Cursed sheets.
Well, of course, I mean, Leodan was saying it has to, apparently you need to use
Right.
both. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll have to we'll have to get a little bit of each and then mix them together and do some binding stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully no ghosts show up. I think ignoring them is the right choice. You were right.
Okay. It'd be really awkward though if like the ghost is expecting help and we just sort of pathetically trying to hit a bell.
My hammer. Um. Black ice.
We've probably used it, most of it. Should be some left.
Only. Oh, I got it. Here you go, darling.
What's this? Okay. I'm not sure this is what exactly I was after, but it is bigger, so I do appreciate that.
I had to put one up at the hunting thing.
I see.
Got a map. Where do you think this map goes to?
I wouldn't know. It's... I mean, I could have a look, I suppose.
I don't know.
This is a nautical map, so it won't really help us until we leave this land.
Well,
So, I mean, if you want to get rich on the way back,
I'll just send someone get whatever it is.
right.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Let me know if you need any help or any materials that you can't find. I have been using a lot of things, so there may be some things missing. Hmm. You were thinking of what wig to wear to sleep, or?
No, I was thinking of how many couches to buy, darling.
Right, of course.
Then I was thinking about the chandeliers again.
What's wrong with the chandeliers?
Nothing. It's just, there's only so many.
I did offer more, and you were quite clear that this was enough.
This is
Three
enough,
of them
darling,
inside and
but-
2 of them below.
and one outside,
I'm sure there's room as well.
and one in Diamond's room, one in my room.
Mm-hmm. Is that not enough? And one in the side room there.
I mean, it is enough, but is it? Is it? Oh, and there's 2 other ones downstairs in the side rooms.
Oh, I have to tell you something, Your Majesty. I did take some liberties, and you're probably not going to like it.
Okay, I will brace myself.
I removed the meeting torch.
Okay, and replaced it with what?
A lantern.
Okay, so now it's a meeting lantern. That's acceptable.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. And I did it all through the
Chandelier.
path as well. For each torch I replaced. Just for each torch.
Well, I had used the torches because there were already torches sort of out there unlit, and I was, trying to stick with the local customs or whatever.
But it's a path, so I felt I needed something a bit more obvious.
Fabulous, darling. I don't think it matters one way or another, so well done.
Mm-hmm. Well, with you, I never know.
We did it, darling.
Right, let's check. Yes. Perfect.
Ooh, we could probably put a chandelier over at the top areas instead of a torch.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in some of the trees.
Maybe the ostrich pin and chandelier. Well, it's already got that lantern.
Yes, that's because the ace was working there in the dark, trying to hold a torch as she did. Yeah, it worked, so.
Darling.
Yes, it was a bit opportunistic. We can't get rid of it if needed.
I think that's great. Light everywhere.
Except in here, even though we have many lights, it's very dark. Here actually may need a chandelier.
No chandeliers in here.
How many lights there are, and it's still quite dark.
It's not that dark, darling.
Like, hmm. Quite dark.
Even with the lights off.
Yes. Yes, if the torch is doing some effort, some meaningful change, it tells you it's quite dark in here.
Yeah, but that's with the lights off.
When Leodon had to demonstrate how bright these torches were, this was the only room we could find to actually demonstrate. Everything else is lit.
See, the torch barely changes the light in here. The light in here works for the space where you're working, but not necessarily the whole room. Because we don't need light in the whole room, darling. Just where we're working.
Right. What if I drop some, like, shard of metal or something, and I have to try and find it? Or some kind of small, intricate, like, chain link or something in an armor piece?
I mean, I wear shoes all the time, darling. I'm not going to step on anything.
Mm-hmm. But it could damage your shoes.
It's fine. I'm only going to wear them once.
Of course.
Of course, darling. I hear
How did
busy
your talk
work
go,
behind me.
Leodon?
It must be... Ah, yes.
Oh, I think he's very busy.
What's going on?
I was asking how was your talk with
She wasn't there. I was trying to get those things to get blood gemmed from her, but maybe
Right.
I'll just buy the gems.
If at some point we need more ash, you could make me one of those things that give you whatever you need. Those fancy tools, and when I go back up to the volcano.
What do you mean? You have the sickle.
To get those orbs you need, you said you could make me a tool.
Okay.
If it's convenient.
I have a sickle, darling.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, you do. Careful now, you don't want to tire yourself out.
I mean, today is the day for doing work in this garb.
Right, of course.
We are going to need carbon soon. That's the only thing we're running low on.
You need what, sorry?
Carbon.
Oh,
We have some. It's the only ore we're having that's like low. Other than that, we're already in crap.
when I see some sort of coal running around, I'll hit it. I'll stop
it's-
off and hit
it's
it.
in
I was
there.
doing that for a while.
The sickle.
One. So, is this any lotus I can hit with this?
Anything but yellow.
Right. Will do.
You alright? You okay?
Who? Her. Who are you asking that?
The one that's just swimming.
Oh, she's dressed for work, so, she's had a long day of talking to people and...
He hasn't talked to me all day.
Well, you weren't talking to me earlier after you didn't fix my ears. The horrible plague condition.
Well, I fixed mine.
Getting the goo. I had to sleep it off. And then you left that awful note as well.
I didn't leave a note. It was the ace of clubs.
I don't know. If it was, she very much imitated your writing style.
Well,
After you do realize we were writing to each
talented
other.
person. She's extremely talented.
Right, well, she's saying no.
What is she gonna admit to it?
No, but neither would you, apparently.
I wouldn't I? I think she's gonna cut me.
And I'm spent.
Get
job.
off to bed then? Or just lounging for a bit?
Oh, I'm definitely going to lounge, darling.
Of course.
Are you gonna do the bouncy thing in here?
No, you damages things.
So just to make sure, we don't actually need anything, right?
I need stuff, of course, always.
What do you need?
I mean, I don't. I want it. I want glowing goop, and I want crystals.
Why is there 31 cakes in it?
Darling, there's cake
don't know.
everywhere.
Alright. I thought maybe it helped us make these things.
Yes, a sugar rush can be beneficial to making things, or sewing, or enjoyment of life, I suppose.
I think in the quantities you eat it, it may not give that effect. I think it would just make you tired.
I have a high metabolism, darling.
Apparently.
So beyond crystals, which are beautiful, or whatever, we don't need anything. How would I learn fire magic?
You would go to the citadel, go to the fire magic there, talk to the person and buy the book of attunement.
Oh,
Then you'd see the little orb next to it and you'd rub it.
and then I can blow stuff up?
Then you would have to start collecting fire gems by killing people.
Okay, that seems better.
And using your, well, you gotta make a dagger thing. And then when they die, you chop them up and you get fire gems from their body.
Okay, I like where this is going, darling.
And then you collect 550 of those. So you have to kill 550 people.
And I
then
believe
you-
that's tier 1, is it?
No. 550 total.
Okay.
Can I not just give the dagger to someone else?
Yeah, you can give it to him.
Oh, perfect. So anyone holding this dagger can gather these gem things for you, or
Yeah,
me, or
You
whoever?
can get if you want, you can make daggers for everybody, and everyone can gather them. You can't make it right now. You gotta get the tomb.
What is this?
I don't know which part.
I would like to make an arrow of insanity.
Alright, you need blood gems, I believe.
I need dragon fern dust.
It's not that hard. We got that somewhere.
Blood.
You should have some blood.
Got it, darling.
I'm leaving before I get shot with an arrow of
Wait!
insanity. Goodbye.
We need someone to test this, darling.
Goodbye. I will see you later. I'm off to go
You
and
need a devil
buy
bear
goop.
blood.
Yes.
What else did we use? Make another one?
It uses crescent water and mystical dust.
You're using all my crescent water?
I used
Ah,
an
dude.
amount.
How dare you? Yeah, just so you know, when you get hit by one of those, it makes you hear voices.
Fantastic, darling. Wait, Clubs, darling. Can you wait? Can you use this? Oh, can you use these? Or evaluate them?
They're stronger than what you're using right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But they
But
also
please- Thank you.
hurt you over time after you get hit. They like slowly decay and destroy your body.
Oh. Yeah, but it's
They're
dark.
pretty strong. That one and Starfire are extremely strong. Starfire arrows explode when you hit people.
Wait, I thought there were two types of arrows that Init was using, and neither of them are that, I think.
No. That's your faction. Only you can make them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's more of an evil arrow type thing than they make crescent arrows and Starfire. And then there's like moon arrows of some sort that one of the factions can make, I think. Moonfire?
Shoot me, darling.
Do you have a weaker bow?
No, use that bow.
It's gonna use two of the arrows. It's
That's
totally
fine.
two
I don't
two.
mind. Doesn't matter.
Alright. Go ahead.
We're experimenting, darling. It's time to learn. You missed.
Miss.
I dodged,
hit my-
darling.
God, you broke my table!
Thank you, darling. Oh,
She
you want to
wants
go
to outside.
outside? That's fine.
I think she wants to go find number 2.
Number 2, darling.
It will be all over soon.
Well, that's cool. Ow! You're right, I did hear voices. That was...
Thing
Very
is,
interesting.
I think she only hit you with one of the 2 arrows.
Oh no, she hit me with both of them.
Oh, okay. Can I ask a question? Are you the most agile you can be? Might have to do some training. Oh. Alright. Train some agile. No,
Number
take it out.
2.
Remember, you only got 10 of those arrows. Oh yeah, yeah. You shot you at the wall. I forgot.
You want to know what I
Make more of
heard?
those arrows if you want.
Yeah, we could make more.
What'd you hear?
The voice whispered, "It will be all over soon."
Yeah, it's pretty funny. What? You don't want any more?
Can you make arrows?
I think both the elven factions can make arrows. I just don't know which one makes which. Alright.
What? I mean, the answer seems obvious, darling, but what does charm do on a weapon?
A charm isn't for weapons. It's like you would love it if you can make that. I would.
I already love it. Yes, I can make that.
It is hilarious. Yeah, you basically like spank your ass and people fall over,
Oh.
or you blow a kiss and they fall over.
Huh.
Yeah, and it hurts and it drains their ability to run further, like stamina. It's a fun one.
It takes blood power gems and chromium and a diamond and zerium.
Yeah, it's very powerful. We can work on that. The blood power gems are what's going to be difficult because none of us are blood magic users.
Oh.
So we'd have to either buy them or we have to find a blood magic user to give us a stick. We have to go and farm, kill a bunch of little scourge creatures, and then we hit it with the stick. Gives us a blood gem.
Are the blood stick things the same as the fire dagger things, but a different magic?
So you can, basically you make like 6 of them. We all get it, but we only can. Like the thing is if we're all killing together, only one of us can gather the gem.
I see. That makes sense.
He's gonna give us something to read. Oh, I don't see anything in there.
Blood book in here.
Yeah, I found a couple books. So did number 2.
Well, I learned a lot, I feel like. About arrows.
Yeah, I have a little bit of knowledge.
I'll probably go to the Citadel sometime and ask about the magic and start that journey, I guess, or something.
Alright.
Can anyone learn any magic?
Yeah, you put the time in. Everyone's attuned to magic. So it's if you want to put the blood, sweat, and tear into the process. I'm after I got associated with nature magic and stuff. I can't really. The only ones I can't wait. Arcane is the only one I can't do. I can typically do all of them, even blood. Oh, not soul. I can't do soul magic. I could do blood because blood is natural.
Light, fire, air, full, earth. I don't know what that one is.
Alright, so left to right it is light, fire, water, arcane, earth, air, and blood. Soul magic is learned in a completely different area by you can't even.
Oh, okay.
It is a. Yeah, you have to go to like the underworld and kill the king of it or something.
What about chronomancy, darling?
The ability to deal with time.
Exactly.
I believe we would have to either. I don't even know. I think you just have to be a wizard and study that type of magic. It's not really in my wheelhouse.
Well, that's fine, darling. I'm not a doctor either.
I just heal people, alright? Well, they had me do some water magic today, but that's about it.
Darling. I'm bummed about this crown.
What's wrong with
Requires. I can't fit it through a wig, unfortunately, darling.
Alright. Where did 2 run off to?
I think he went to bed or he went to some sort of project. I'm not sure.
Well, he did say that he wanted to go collect goop.
Oh, right. He's probably fist deep in goop.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
she's shutting the doors to the rain.
it's the walkway. It's a runaway.
Fabulous, darling.
What do you want to do? Like meet new people or?
Probably nothing, darling. It has been a tiring day, so I'm probably just going to mope around the house for a bit and eat cake.
Alright.
Might spend some time in my room just relaxing in a bath, darling. Bong. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. I'll turn in for now, darling. Thank you for all the information you provided, of course, as always.
Alright. Well, have a good night. Rest well.
Thank you, darling. And you as well, Clubs. I have to take my shoes off too. I wasn't planning on streaming, but I mean people were hanging out here, so I was like, oh, chill, and stream. So yeah, that's it. It was a crazy long day, so a bunch of stuff happened, and now done, I guess. Yep. Have a wonderful whatever. I assume there are people staying up late, but I'm pretty white. I mean, Sandy, it's gonna be up apparently. Ooh, a new RP place? Oh, we need to go the spider place. The it's not the underdark, it's like the, I don't even know what it is. Whatever's below the jungle. What the heck is this? I'm outies. Have a wonderful whatever, like I said. Good night.
Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts.